Check it out.
My homie, man.
FrankieThaLuckyDog.
Lucky Dog.
FrankieThaLuckyDog.
Lucky Dog.
FrankieThaLuckyDog.
FrankieThaLuckyDog.
Frank with me is turned right now.
Shout out to my dog Frank on the East Coast. I see you, my nigga.
Stay tuned.
Chiggy, yeah, from the networking. Just interviewing in the trenches here. We're just everywhere. Your boy, FrankieThaLuckyDog, a.k.a. Frank Calhoun here. I'm chilling with VanDaMan. Shit, yeah, he is the VanDaMan, and it was great to come back since the last trip. You know, a lot of that was just preparing a 2-week vacation to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, and just getting through, you know, a little bit of the music that I'm coming out with now. And I'm trying my best to keep up with everything. It's a pretty rough game out there. It is a very money-hungry game, which we'll talk about some shit in a sec. Out of the 72 hours that done went by, which is 3 days, I have been awake for 65 of them, only sleeping 7 hours in 3 days. It's a accomplishment, you know, I never thought that would happen, but it takes certain things and passions to get to that point. So now that I talked about that, I'm going to hop back to networking while, you know, I give VanDaMan a mic, and he going to chop it up about how he feels about, I know we got to think, it was all about staying up so many motherfucking hours. With that being said, I ain't really forget. I didn't go, like. So, VanDaMan, talk about just having that kind of energy for what you may want to embrace or are embracing already, and just tell the people, you, Rocky Mountains, our boy, everyone, about having my kind of energy influence you to just keep going.
Well, first thing that I would say, man, by having that a natural and like such a raw energy, I feel like it's more about having a more of an organic type of thing, and about you being purely yourself with things. And I feel like people we only just transcend energies, and we only really pass energies. And I feel that like the zodiac shits and all type of other things, some of the shit's pretty real, but I feel that that has something to do with energies and how that goes by.
Most definitely. And it was like right when I typed the last word and the exclamation point of my text, all of a sudden, VanDaMan handed me the mic. Now talk about parallel timing. Too bad that don't happen too much in the music business. I'm currently going through a really tricky time. It's a very money-hungry music business in the underground. There are people out there that think that they're known to the world in certain ways. They got a certain number of shits, views, whatever. But look it, I had been on YouTube from July 5th, 2006 to January 14th, 2021. I had over 12 million views, 16,300 subscribers, and over 4,000 videos. And all the shit got terminated. You know, the whole dead game thing, and just, I had said it got terminated. It actually sadly still is. As of this, you know, recording, trying our best to get it back. YouTube, you gotta holla at Dead Game and I. But, yeah, so I'm trying not to let it get me down. A lot of rough roads. So, talk about, to me, you know, how you survive this money-hungry underground.
Well, first thing, I really try and like with surviving, cause yeah, you're right, bro. Niggas are very, very hungry. But my thing is, I try to stick to the circle of people that I know who are like genuinely good people, and you know, people who are just genuinely ready to pay. And you know, you can't. I'm learning that you can't mess with everybody in this game, and like just like how real life is, you can't mess with anybody and everybody, man. So it's just always about just networking and finding exactly who works for you. And you know, could you guys, just like with the energy thing, could you guys swap energies peacefully? That's literally it.
Most definitely. And I ain't really good at, you know, pissed off to me right now, but this phone that I got, I went and I typed that whole message during this interview and even before it, and I hit something that said okay to send them back. That's it. It disappeared. So you know what? How do you stay, maybe in the future, brave and just deep breath? Don't let it bother you. A lot of shit is bothering people. I understand there's that's what it should be called because it's a fucking pandemic. And just, people hating on black people. Like, all this garbage going on. That's the world. But my world, you just have to embrace something. Always. Lots of things. So, talk to me, I guess, how you stay, pretty, just like, you just can stay patient and just hang in there. What are your qualities for hanging in there?
Weed, water, and pussy.
And edibles?
And edibles. Literally. And just, a little bit of exercise, skateboarding and shit like that. That's the stuff that keeps the body right. And it when you put yourself in the position to have a mindset, a good mindset at that, then you're kind of already on the right path rather than just being, if you eat McDonald's every day, you really are what you eat. So, I guess that would be, I just try to really, really, candles, good scents, cleaning. Cleaning is a big, big thing too. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that as well. A lot of OCD people, I guess living with OCD people and living with people who have problems like that, I feel they kind of installed that in me a little bit. But just smells, cleaning, weed, meditating, music, literally music, and exercising 60 minutes a day would not hurt. An hour you might be pushing it, but I'm sorry, not an hour. 2 or 3 hours you might be pushing it, but 60 minutes a day, man, that's all it really takes. And you just you eat fruits and shit, candles, incense, all me, I'm telling you.
Most definitely. And we're going to talk about myself right now. Doing the music and everything is great. I was always surrounded by media talents. I have at least, or have had at least 19 talents throughout, my career. From rapping to songwriter to producing to mixing. I haven't got the mastering yet, but to recording, doing playlists, countdowns, year-end countdowns, documentaries, decade-end countdowns, video documentaries, news stories, commercials, and just editing, filming, short filmer, I guess. I was a mixtape uploader, a promoter, and just mixing, the tapes together that I used to release, and the autistic mind, and just acting, narrating. Look, I've already surpassed 19 just there. So when you see and hear all this, how does that make you feel that you're connected with someone like that?
It really lets me know that you're not alone. You're really not alone. And don't be so defeated about shit. But yeah, it really, really lets me know I'm not alone. Everybody going through the same shit you going through. So, and excuse me, because I'm metal put up. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of that just kind of really hit me. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, shit. Oh, you're talking about the edible?
Yeah, the edible.
Which I finna steal that mic right quick as I'm just texting. I'm going to really do some multitasking here to just really get with you. So I got the mic, so I'm texting and I'm talking to you and I'm just trying to book shit. I'm doing all this shit and I understand it just irritates people because they don't have this multitask, multimedia talent, multi-talented everything.
Exactly.
Me, so I'm not gonna sell myself super short for people anymore. What I've been trying to ask people is, how do you determine say what you charge for people for what you do and shit like that? Me, as of right now, before a certain controversy that just caused as of yesterday and today, it's really started yesterday. Or it could go as far back, you know, depending on its baby steps. But anyway, this is what my prices have been for the longest time. Interviews, $75. Music videos, $75 a day to film and $200 to edit. And what else is there? Other services, right? Yeah, other services, $20 an hour. I was always settling for like $20 an hour. But there are people out there that make a lot more than that. And for me, that's legendary from what I went through in life and just the consistency that I bring. I'm really selling myself super short. And I'm not able to come to Louisiana that much. And it's just, I got to start demanding my respect. You know, it's my time now. I'm an 80s baby in my 30s. I'm a decade ahead of you, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, for these youngins, they got to look at me. How I look at all these other people and try to give them their money or whatever for these services. They inspired my energy, but at the same time, they ain't got to like me these days. So now, going fast forward even more, back to, or should we say, rewind right before I took the mic. He was talking about the edibles and shit like that. Yeah. And I kind of, you know, got interested in bringing it up with you. So, a lot of times, depending on the situation with edibles, jiggers, whatever, I will start to devour it or throw it back or whatever you want to consider the tiggy term. You can't say I'm fully fucked up because I mix it like a DJ with my voice. Feel me? So I like to say, not just, oh, the clock says 4:20, let me throw back an edible. I do it with people's birthdays and shit like that, and, you know, I just resonate with their numbers, and it just really means a lot to me. So, even though I'm autistic and numbers resonate to me, is there something that resonates with you to where, you know, however you connect it with something that doesn't exactly connect, you connect them? Like, to me, doing edibles and a time. Which two things do you just connect?
I probably would say I probably would say the weed, man. Like, really, just honestly, the weed. Like, when you connect that, you get other things rather than just the same shit. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of just, I feel like I'm a real 420 baby, and I don't really fuck with all that other shit. Like, I like shrooms.
Oh shit!
And,
Shit.
Like, I love shrooms. Like, and they're actually very, very, very good. But I don't fuck with the taste. But I would say like shit like that really puts me at peace and makes me feel kind of like more like I'm really, really on Earth. In tune with Earth, really. But other than that, man, I mean, that weed, bro, I hit that shit. You know, that's it.
Shit, yeah. The shrooms, I still have yet to have a trip. I didn't get the most potent shrooms. Or my autistic ass couldn't even handle a 3-5. Think of that.
Oh, man.
Even sober times. There was just all sobriety in here, and it just couldn't handle it. And I'm just like, but I need the experience. Even though I'm not an addict on anything, but I do love, certain things. Whether it's videos or working or whatever. But for my music project that I'm releasing coming up, Autistic Stoner Rap Volume 1, A Trip to BR, which features this time, like on this, but the term autistic rap is a combination between me being featured on Baton Rouge Productions with Baton Rouge people, just applying our energies nice and parallel, or it could be also me producing for people in a trippy kind of way, and me, of course, my rapping and shit that I bring to the table. So, I had a little Jiggas experiment, for this project. Yeah. And, I have to, I'm admitted it with confidence because here is all the confidence that I have with this. Even though it was just an experiment. Addiction? No. Not me. I'm not an addict. I'm a lot stronger than that. Despite having a brother pass away from Xanax and morphine overdose on Mother's Day 2015, it made me stronger and fearless. But now we are almost 6 years later, and here come the Jiggas. I've always wanted, I kind of was a little curious and just to see how the Baton Rouge people got all their energy and shit. So it took a little while, but then the music project came. So how about all these facts that just randomly happened out of nowhere? On February 4th, 2021, at, I was going to say February again, 2:04 p.m., they are the same date and time. It was my boy Infrared's birthday at a Jigga House Records. Now get it? My first Jigga was on a Jigga House Records rapper producer's birthday and birthday time.
Wow.
Think of that. Had to do that. But nothing really happened with the first one. So then, we came through 2 days later, and I threw two back at 12:04 to 8 p.m. And I talk about this in a song, too, that I just did. Look at the 12:04 to 8. But I don't know if you could notice what's in 12:04 to 8. Well, I threw one back times 2. There's two back now. And 12:04 to 8, guess what? 1 times 2 equals 2 times 2 equals 4 times 2 equals 8. All doubles. And we took double. And so we started to experience, the weirdest thing I think is just how your jaw just loves to just lock and just sit. It's just really tucked in your mouth. But the energy's always there. That's probably why I'm awake for so long.
Yeah.
It's a lot stronger than caffeine. But would I say it's like a high off of 2? I can't, the edibles and sometimes, the weed when you first hit it, I love the high in your head. This is just it's in certain spots as boosts and then the disability effect somewhere. That's what I consider it. So then, yeah. So then even more of a twist. Here comes the next day. And so I decided to throw 3 back and see what 3 does. When I threw 3 back, it was 11:39 in the morning. 1 from the first time, times 3 is 3. But 11:39. You got 2 ones that are the same. The 3, so 1 times 3 is 3. And then the 9. 3 times 3 is 9.
What?
How about that? And even more to the twist is that 9 minutes later, my dude and I discovered some edibles. And it was 9 minutes after the throwing 3 back. Now look at the number again. 1, 1, 3, 9, 9. How about a 2 pair, huh? Talk about cards. And throwing the foe back, earlier today, as a little end of the jiggulating right now for most likely. Because it's not an addiction thing for me. Is that I did it at 8:28 in the morning. Now why that? Well, look at this. I have a great banging exclusive 2021 big energy anthem via Baton Rouge, Be Real on a track, Frankie co-editing the production and doing the vocal chop to get Be Real to do vocals. So we kind of teamed up together. I'm edibled up. With level 828. Now think that's like breakfast, but it's Level's birthday time. Not to mention I threw foe back. 8 divided. Yeah, we're going backwards. Wow. 8 divided by foe is 2. However, Ricky, flip it back to the way it was. 2 times foe is 8. Level's birthday is 828. It's like a V. That's why he has a V in his name. I'm really enjoying myself right now. Crazy. So I'm glad to be really smart for the autisticness. And after all that discussion from shrooms to the whole Jigga experience, I have to say that, drugs aren't stereotypical as, bad. I know they can kill and shit like that, but you have to, in order to really survive this shit or whatever you want to embrace and get yourself in, you have to just not be fooled by peer pressure, take things at a time, and just grow with it. That your time will come. My shroom high gonna come.
It will.
It's not on the calendar yet. We don't have a scheduled date, but it'll come. So, with that being said, let me jump topics to you about you know, scheduling shit like far in advance, but sticking with it. There's not too many, really, like almost not that many, you know, music peeps that I deal with that can literally be like, okay, June 30th, you know, I'm going to go here, or I'm going to put this out, or whatever. For me, because of back surgery that maybe I'll get, I don't know. But like back pain that I'm using physical therapy to get through, it's just the fact that I'm here and doing all these projects. So I prepared 181 commercials this year. From January 1st to June 30th, they're all ready. I'm down here, but I'm dropping them every day. I could have slept in this house, not even touch the editing for 4 months. Would I fall off? And because I already have them prepared and scheduled. So 4 months later, I'm back and I still have them all, you know? So how do you feel, like what motivates you to just get on that type of schedule that I have? That you can just know that that day, something going to happen that you'll be proud of.
Well, shoot. Most of the time, shit, I would literally do exactly what you're saying. Set up a date, but it has to be something that's very, very, very important, because I mean most of the shit that I do is just like on there, right on spot, because I don't even know that I want to do it at that time. I'm real like in the moment type of dude, but for like important shit, I will definitely like plan something out, and you know, whether that's next year or whatever. But I try not to really plan too much, like unless it's not crazy important, unless I'm going to like really go through with it, because you never know what's gonna happen. So, but that's the only thing, really, reason why. But yeah.
Shit yeah. I don't think we are going to hear from PA. You're not even a Louisiana. I can't even hear you. Where's that sound? Wait, there's no sound. Just talking about living in the moment, doing things in the moment, and you really got to. Because I could have waited to do some of the music video shit right now and just be like, well, I don't have a job. And like, you know, I don't know when I'm coming back, and I want to get this music project out there. Luckily, there was enough, you know, deals in between, even though some were just rough that I dealt with. But we were able to get jobs done, and I was able to just live in this moment right now, because this is what made the history a lot, you know, better for us to look back on. Is to just look at how we lived in the moment, appreciated it. We don't have to worry about. I mean, do you have to worry about stress? I wouldn't think so. But moving right along to another topic right now is we got the talent here, producing and rapping. So it's already a multi-talent. Talk about just you with the music. You know, you, Rocky Mountains. What do y'all got for the Indiglo Studios? Indiglo City, right?
Yeah, Indiglo
City
Studios.
Studios.
Yeah, the city. Can't forget about the city, baby. Oh, actually, shout out to that dude, bro. Today's his birthday, and today's
Oh, Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
Happy birthday! I didn't even know. Wait,
Happy birthday, bro.
Today's the 9th. Happy
Yeah.
birthday. How many years older am I than him? Do you know?
I don't.
How old is he?
I don't know
Isn't
if
he
I want to
30?
put that
He's
on
30,
record.
I think.
Yeah, he is. I didn't want to put that on record, but yeah.
Because he told me he graduated in 09.
Yeah.
But it took an autistic brain that's full of Jigga's edibles and bud to remember that.
Yep.
From our like little random surprise appearance from September. I came down the first. It was like 2nd. September 2nd, 2020.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 years almost older than Rocky Mountain. So yeah, continue on with the birthday boy, you, and the multi-talented talent.
So, me, the birthday boy, coming up with we got something coming. I have no idea what the tape name is gonna be, but we do have a collection of music coming. I think you might have heard some of it, but a lot of people haven't heard the majority. So, I'm very, very excited about that. I just recently dropped a B tape on Loom trying to get it out on YouTube, all platforms. Just a little something. I actually used some of his vocals from a older song, Trap Girl, and I just kind of remixed it. And another song that we did, Damage. So there were these two aliens. That's what I name it. There's two aliens on YouTube, and that just using his vocals, and I'm just getting better with mixing and mastering and forming things, creating things, really making something out of nothing. And you know, we're here. You know, we're at my house where we literally cook up from scratch, and you know, we just try to get something going and push to the next project, because that's really what it's all about. And I know being a producer, you know, it kind of tells me like I kind of put too much on myself, but like I kind of just think about it and say, hey, well, maybe I'm not doing enough really, you know. And we kind of just been pushing each other, and I like that about us. And it's more people out there, it's like more homies that I know that do music, and you know, they have a word and a voice just like me.
Most definitely. Always continue to stay on your grind. I just deal with a lot of shit, you know, between being autistic, not fitting in with the world, even though I embrace it more with what I do. But everything I went through and survived, I mean, I don't look like I'm old because I'm a young 80s baby in my 30s. You heard me?
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to be young and just, you know, not fall victim to anything. I try to inspire everybody, you know. People that are older than me should look at it more than trying to lead in shitty ways. Is that you just need to show these qualities to people. Like going to work in 24 inches of snow on March 14th, 2017. During a state of emergency. One of only 3 people to actually enter the building that day for work. So, that builds your work ethic. September 4th, 2016. Being the only one to open the first hour at Dunkin' Donuts that morning. I felt like I deserved to be valued more because that feat only happened twice. I love words like persistent and all that, and just never give up, no matter what it is. I know I go through a lot, but it'll become a story one day in history, and you can just always look back at it like, wow, look at how I evolved and shit like that. I'm a slow, not person, but like a fast learner, but like a slow grower, it seems like, you know, because do I look 32? You know, I always just want to be a youngin', and I just pursue that. So, with us, it's just, I'm just trying to inspire you, you know. Sometimes you may only need to get like 0 hours of sleep, such as me on November 22nd, 2016, when I drove from New York to PA to work in the morning at 3:30 in the morning. Wow. Just gotta love what you do, you know? However, in other events, not too long ago, January 31st, 2021, I was reviewing and I just came up with this phrase because this defines me. It's in alphabetical order. It's like chronological order. And these 3 words really mean so much that I'll have you say them 5 times fast. We will see who's loaded more to reach as close to the finish line as possible if we don't get there. So I'll just say the phrase, and then I'm going to say it 5 times fast, and then I'm going to repeat the phrase to you, and then you have to say it 5 times fast.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to get my timer out and just see what our score going to be. So, all right. So the phrase that describes me right now is consecutively, consistently, and continuously. But not with and. Consecutively, consistently, or consistency. Consecutively, consistently, continuously.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the phrase that describes me. So I'm going to put the stopwatch on and I'm going to go. So here we go. 5 times fast. Okay. With the loadedness. Consecutively, consistently, continuously. 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 I couldn't stop it in time, but 9 seconds 43. 9.43 seconds. How about that? That, and we did it live. I stumbled a couple times with other people, but you know.
Can what? Consecutive?
Say this 5 times fast as I reset the stopwatch.
Okay.
And I will, let you know when to start. Consecutively, consistently, continuously. All right? Here we go.
Consecutively, continuously.
Oh. You only got 193.
What the hell?
Yeah. But,
I was never really good at
Yeah.
shit.
But, like, see, the thing is, maybe, I didn't know how to say certain things 5 times fast at the time. But that one, it just has power for me because it's just 3 really strong words that describe me.
Yeah, it is.
Consecutively, I'm always consecutive with shit. Consistently, can't deny that. Dropping commercials while I'm in Louisiana, though the editing equipment's on the other side of the country. And continuously, I'm always continuous with my shit. I've done shit for Louisiana every single month since it started. October 11, 2007. Think of that. Continuously. So, 3 really strong words that define me. When you, maybe later on in the future or whatever, find, could be 3 words, 2 words, 4 words, whatever it is. Bunch of syllables, though. You'll say it 5 times fast, and then after practicing a while, you will, those terms will come to you.
Consecutively, continuously, consistently, pro.
Too bad that's not in chronological order, which to me that means also too, is that being autistic, you just do things in order.
Yeah.
You just know how things come in order with high attention to detail.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie, that was crazy.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got to do it, here, And so, before we go, I would just like to ask, since I kind of brought a little bit of my future here, what do you got for the future?
Oh, man. Shit. Man, I just got love, and I have an empire, man. Like, I'm really, literally an empire for people. Because, it's not just me. It's my friends, it's my family. And it's the people that I love, and the people who I think are cool. And I feel that that's what I have, more than just music for people. It's a love thing, and it's a group thing, because everybody wants to make it who I know. So that's really mainly what it is.
Shit, yeah, and the groove thing. Like, look at you, see me kind of bobbing a little bit. Yeah, music I've been playing in my head for the past 21 years straight. That's pretty crazy. I can't shut it off. Even with music on, it's still 1 or 2 songs playing in my head.
Right.
It's a tough distraction, but you know what? Somehow I got through the rest of school with it because I was not diagnosed, but I first discovered it when I was 11 years old. I was in 6th grade in PA, and I was just outside recess and just had like imaginary video games going on in my head or some shit and during a recess. And from there, just music stuck in my head. It's like a earworm. It's crazy. And so whatever you love, it will just continue to follow you. You can't get away from it. You're married to it and never getting a divorce, like Gates said back then. But for now, I'm going to bounce out of here and just figure out what is next on the map. The lovely map. Oh my God. I can't wait to see how long it's going to take till I get out of this house or the car to figure out what's next. Should just be instant, but I will work on everybody with that. We got to. For now, this is your boy FrankieThaLuckyDog, aka Frank Calhoun here, and I just wrapped it up with the Rocky Miggy Mountains affiliate here. Who's the man?
VanDaMan.
Not just VanDaMan. Who exactly is the man? One syllable.
Cool.
Van. Because you're the man. Think like this.
Bad hoes, I can't stop this. Hey, niggas looking where they better watch this. Fuck around and turn this bitch into a mosh pit. Fuck around and turn this bitch into a mosh pit.